Garrett Crochet.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Just about to get underway. Gavin Lux getting ready to hit. And we're underway from Fenway.
That's the ball.
Close, but call the ball. Ball 2.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
This one in the air, center field. He's got it. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Yandy Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Oh.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Just getting started here from Fenway Park. Inside, almost got him.
Oh.
And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
Batting third, first baseman Jonathan Aranda.
One out man at first. Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Into center. Rafaela pulls it in on the run.
Batting fourth, third baseman Junior Caminero.
Now Junior Caminero. And first offering is fouled off. Diaz off of first with 2 away. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. That one way inside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. And a good eye there.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And they'll do it again. Hard hit right side. They take the force out, and that is the inning. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. ready to go for the last half of the inning. And starting on the mound for the Rays, Drew Rasmussen.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Roman Anthony, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The 1-0. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Outside corner. There's a strike. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him. Now 1 away.
Batting second, shortstop.
Check out the Red Sox lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
The 1-0. There's the strike at the knees. In the air, left field. Simpson on the move. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
Batting third, designated hitter, Jaron.
Now batting Jaron Duran. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Out towards right center field. And he makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. On to the 2nd from Fenway Park. No score. Back here in Boston. Now up for Tampa Bay. Cedric Mullins. And he lays down a bunt. And that's a bunt single that was placed perfectly.
This was the perfect spot to drop the bunt for a hit. I mean, he used his bat as a tool up there to direct the ball exactly where he wanted it to go, and looked smooth doing it at the same time. Really well done. And the defense right there stood no chance.
Johnny DeLuca now at the plate. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Ball 1 there. DeLuca getting the start in right. Batting 6th in today's lineup. And this season he's hitting over .330. Mullins aboard here at first with nobody out. Just missed. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate. Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. No score here in the 2nd. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. One gone here.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
Taylor Walls, batting with one down, takes a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So digging in, Chandler Simpson. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. The Rays looking to strike first here at the top of the second. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And that's downstairs and outside.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
2 on, 1 out.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Two aboard, 2 outs. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes trying to get the Rays on the board. 0-1. That one almost got him. Two on, 2 outs. That one kicks away from the catcher to third, in there safely. Mullins up to third on the wild pitch. Hammered on the line, base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's Gavin Lux to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
No, that's a ball.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Fouled off. He was late. Two aboard, 2 outs. That misses the zone, and it's 3-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. They limit the damage here. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Wilson Contreras.
No, that's a ball.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Splits the plate. Gonna count 1-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And here is Wilyer Abreu. That one not close. Ball 1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And the tying run is on base.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Man at first, one away. And that one fouled off. Way outside, ball 1.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. Caleb Durbin up next for the Red Sox. Check swing. He held up. And that's ball 1. Lifted in the air, right center field. And that is that. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. And we're back here at Fenway Park. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz. The 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
just
Nope, that's off
misses
the
with
plate.
that one.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
This one in the air, center field. 2 away now.
Up next for Tampa Bay, third baseman
Junior Caminero, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Mullins batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Went with the sweeper for the strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
The 0-2. Swings through it for the K. The high heat, too much on that one. 1 left for Tampa, but they hold a 1-0 lead. As we go to the last of the third, and stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer.
Up.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Next offering is downstairs. Got him looking for the strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And next for the Red Sox, Cedar Rafaela. There's a strike. The 0-1. And that one hit to first. The flip to the pitcher, covering. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder, Roman.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Roman Anthony digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Stays alive. Oh, 0-2 now. battling here as he fouls it away.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Nothing doing for Boston. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Start of the fourth, and stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's a foul ball.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Now all even up. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief, because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. This one in the air, right field. And that is foul. The 0-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Durbin tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
Up next for Tampa Bay, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
Here's the left fielder, Chandler Simpson. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Nope, that's inside.
Pitch
Ball
misses
2.
there, and that's ball 2. Hit in the air, left field. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half, to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Rays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back here at Fenway, so stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story.
Trevor Story.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball. You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Slings it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the
And on the
Red
mound,
Sox,
you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Duran, batting with 1 down, takes the strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And that one in the air center field. Mullins gets under it and makes the grab. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox. First baseman,
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that one hammered. And it's off the green monster. The throw in. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Picked up a base hit to center his first time off. And it's fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Hammered down the line. Base hit. Runner around third. He scores, and the Red Sox tie it up. The throw to second is offline.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Carlos Narvaez getting ready to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Huh.
Man at second. And the sweeper is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
This to center field. Long run, tracks it down. And that's the inning. Red Sox with an RBI double. All even now at 1-1. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Rays, Nick Fortes. Just missed. That's in there, and it's 1-1.
Oh!
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The kick, the 3-2. Popped up. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down.
Up next for Tampa Bay, second baseman Gavin Lux.
And now it's Gavin Lux. That one fouled off. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's in there.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7.
For Tampa Bay, the designated hitter,
Yandy Diaz now. He is struck out and he is walked. Late with the swing there.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Halfway home, all even, 1 apiece. Back now at Fenway, and stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin.
Second baseman, Caleb Durbin.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Safe. He beats it out, and the go-ahead run is on to start the inning.
Oh, you could tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line.
At the plate, Marcelo Meyer.
That's the ball.
Go-ahead run at first, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Ball.
Man at second. Pitch misses. 3 balls and a strike.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the Red Sox, center fielder,
Cedar Rafaela now at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
Comes up empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Anthony swings through it for strike one. Runners at first and second with one gone. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, and 2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Trevor Story. Check swing. He held up. And that's ball 1. Durbin at second. Meyer on at first with 2 down. That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. One runs in. Throw cut off. Now to the plate. Tag save. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. That clips the corner. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Cole Sulser appears to be getting loose. Engler also getting ready. Man on second, 2 down. The 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Two now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2-2. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. So up next,
Leading
Jonathan
off for the
Aranda.
Rays, first baseman Jonathan Aranda.
And now
No,
2-0.
that's the ball.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
And
Ball
there's a
three.
ball. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one away.
Up next for Tampa Bay, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero, the next to hit, 1 for 2.
Ball one.
To
No,
account
that's
to
the
a guy
ball.
with this much pop at the dish, you better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Off
Ball
the plate
inside.
inside. And it's 3-0. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. The Rays trailing by 2, and we're the top half of the 6th. Got him swinging. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Cedric Mullins next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a pop-up. Meyer under it. And that is that. Nothing doing for Tampa. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now
Bay,
for the bottom of the
number
6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Cole Sulser.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here comes Wilson Contreras.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Ryan Baker, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Abreu in the box again. Takes a strike. You'll 1.
Whoa.
On the ground to third. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Carlos Narvaez.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez.
Ball one.
Red Sox leading it by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Strike on the inside corner. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Next pitch is outside. Good eye right there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2 down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Mullins in and to his right, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We're through 6 full. It's the Red Sox 3, the Rays 1. Back here at Fenway Park, now up for Tampa Bay, Johnny DeLuca. Check swing called strike. 0-1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
There's a strike. That one missed. And now it's 1-2. Got him looking. One up, one down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Now here is Taylor Walls.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Fouled off down the right side. The Bo Sox leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Late on that fastball.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
The shortstop takes the ball. And now 2-2. Way high. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground right side, Durbin tosses to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Garrett Crochet out of the game. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for
Justin
the Red Sox.
Slate takes over on the mound.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson. Tap dances out of the way of that one.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Tap softly to the right side. Contreras. The flip. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
You got to love his hustle down the line to beat the flip to the bag. I mean, there's a lot going on between a first baseman and the pitcher during these plays, and he just kept his head down and beat it out.
Nick Fortes digs in now. Ball one, no strikes.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Activity in the bullpen. Aroldis Chapman, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Whitlock also throwing. The tying run at the plate. Swings through that one for strike one. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Durbin settles under this one. And that is that. The Rays strand just the one, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Bottom of the seventh, so stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin.
Second baseman, Caleb Durbin.
Up and in, ball one. Catcher challenge, will take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The 0-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. That misses the zone. Ball one.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
There you go.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first. Nope, he held back. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one ripped left field, carrying well. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Up next for the Red Sox,
Marcelo
third
Meyer
baseman,
will hit next.
Marcelo Meyer.
Up.
Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. as he was out front that time. Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Cole Sulser departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
New
Tampa
pitcher
Bay,
now,
number
Ryan
47.
Baker.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Two down, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Hey!
That one ripped left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it hits off the monster. Throws to second. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. And ball 1. Man at second.
Huh.
And a big swing and a miss.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they still lead it 3-1. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Gavin Lux.
That's a ball.
And the 1-0. Foul ball there. Here's a 1-1. Swings through that one. Way inside.
That's a ball.
And a payoff pitch. Caught him looking for the thing.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Slate in his 3rd season, 28 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019. Base hit, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for Tampa Bay, first baseman.
Next to hit, Jonathan Aranda. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
On the ground, down the line, and it's foul. Tying run at the plate. And a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Now just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Just missed. Two on, one out. Pitch misses there, and the count now 2-0. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Aroldis Chapman, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Red Sox by 2, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just missed.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And that'll load the bases.
Up next for Tampa Bay, center fielder Cedric Mullins.
So digging in, Cedric Mullins. Golden opportunity right here.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
Right through there for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Ground ball to the right side. Over to Story for one. To first down in time. And a run scores.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Justin Slate will depart, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So they turn to their closer, Aroldis Chapman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Stepping in, Johnny DeLuca. Fastball for a strike. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
That's a ball.
Just missed. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Red Sox 3, the Rays 2. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back in Boston,
Leading
on to the bottom of the
for
eighth.
Red Sox.
Trevor Story getting ready to hit.
So he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
No, that's low.
Bullpen movement for the Rays. Griffin Jacks, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Clevenger, the power lefty, up as well. The 1-0. Swinging a ground
that's
ball,
boy.
and that's just foul. The shortstop takes the ball. That one misses, and the count is 3-1. Towards first, Aranda. He takes it on his own, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth.
Designated hitter,
Jaron Duran now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Calling it bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
The 0-1.
That's the ball.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. The 2-2 on the way. And that's outside. Three-two. Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman Wilson.
2 outs, base is empty. Wilson Contreras digs in now. 1 for 3.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
In for a strike. Good slider.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox, but they still lead at 3-2. We go to the 9th, and stepping in for the Rays, Taylor Walls. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fought off foul. Next offering misses down and away. Here's a 1-2. That
Ball
one
two.
almost got him. Payoff pitch. And ball
That's
four
four.
there.
Thank you, mate.
Tying run is on base.
Up next for Tampa Bay, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Trying to bunt his way on. Flips it. He beats it
Now he's
out.
safe.
And it's first and second on the infield single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Nick Fortes. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Late swing fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Two aboard with one out. Gavin Lux will hit next. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and a flyout. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 1-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. It's so hard to play catch-up.
2 on, 1 out. That misses. It's 2-2.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
In the air, right field. That's out number 2.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter Yandy Diaz.
Last chance for the Rays. Yandy Diaz, the next to hit. Trying to deliver as the hero.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
In the dirt, ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Inside, just missed. Two and 0 the count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That one at triple digits. They're down to their final strike. Diaz thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. Payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Rafaela under it. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, some